Imagine driving across the longest sea crossing in the world, with nothing but water and sky on both sides for nearly an hour. That's the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge, a 55 kilometers long bridge. A journey that once took 4 hours now takes just 45 minutes. You're watching Mega Constructs, where we explore colossal builds from around the globe. If you enjoy learning about mega projects around the world, subscribe to receive our next video. Let's start today's journey. The impossible crossing. Imagine you are standing on the coast of southern China, looking out across the Pearl River estuary. The water stretches for miles, busy with ships, and beyond the horizon lie three of the most important cities in the region: Hong Kong, Zhuhai, and Macau. For decades, getting from one to the other meant a long and frustrating journey. By car, the trip could take up to 4 hours, if you were lucky. By ferry, the crossing was shorter, but still time-consuming and dependent on the weather. For millions of people, this was a daily reality. Businesses suffered. Families were separated. The economic potential of the region was held back by a simple barrier: water. Then, in 2018, everything changed. A ribbon of concrete, steel, and asphalt emerged from the sea. A bridge so long, so audacious, and so expensive that it would capture the imagination of the entire world. Stretching 55 kilometers across the Pearl River estuary, the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge is the longest sea-crossing bridge in the world. It took 9 years to build, cost over $20 billion, and pushed the boundaries of engineering further than almost any project before it. Today, you can drive from Hong Kong to Zhuhai or Macau in just 45 minutes. A journey that once took half a day is now a quick trip across the water. But how did they build it? How do you construct a 55-kilometer bridge over one of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth? And what does it mean for the people who live there? Let's find out. The problem: 3 cities, 1 barrier. To understand why this bridge was built, you have to understand the region. The Pearl River Delta is one of the most economically dynamic areas on the planet. It is home to over 80 million people and generates trillions of dollars in economic activity each year. Hong Kong is a global financial hub. Macau is the world's gambling capital. Zhuhai is a rapidly growing mainland city, home to high-tech industries and manufacturing. But for decades, these 3 cities were separated by the Pearl River estuary. The water itself was not the only problem. The Lingding Channel, which runs through the estuary, is one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, with around 4,000 vessels passing through every day. Any bridge built across it would have to allow these ships to pass, some of which are the size of skyscrapers. On top of that, the area is regularly hit by typhoons. The bridge would need to survive winds of over 200 kilometers per hour and waves that could swallow smaller boats. And then there is the ground beneath the water, a soft, shifting seabed that made traditional construction methods nearly impossible. Engineers had a choice: build a bridge, build a tunnel, or do something that had never been attempted before. They chose the third option, a bridge-tunnel system that would combine the best of both worlds. The plan was audacious. The main bridge would carry traffic most of the way across. But in the middle, where the shipping lane was busiest and the water deepest, the bridge would disappear, plunging into an underwater tunnel. To connect the bridge to the tunnel, 2 artificial islands would be built in the middle of the sea. And at each end, link roads would connect the whole structure to the cities themselves. The scale, numbers that defy belief. Let's get one thing straight: this bridge is big. Not just big, unimaginably big. The total length of the Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge is 55 kilometers. To put that into perspective, the English Channel between France and England is only 33 kilometers wide. This bridge is longer than the entire Channel crossing. The main bridge section is 22.9 kilometers of steel structure. That is more than twice the length of the Golden Gate Bridge's main span. The bridge also includes a 6.7-kilometer underwater tunnel, making it the longest and deepest immersed tunnel in the world. At its deepest point, the tunnel sits over 40 meters below the surface of the sea. To connect the bridge to the tunnel, engineers built 2 artificial islands, each covering an area of 100,000 square meters. That is about the size of 14 football pitches for each island. These islands are not made of natural land. They were built from scratch, using 120 steel cylinders, each 22 meters in diameter, driven into the seabed and filled with soil. The result is a firm, stable platform that can withstand the force of the sea and support the weight of the bridge above. The entire project used 420,000 tons of steel. To put that in perspective, that is enough steel to build nearly 60 Eiffel Towers. And the concrete? Enough to fill hundreds of Olympic swimming pools. The challenge: building in the eye of the storm. Building a bridge this long is hard. Building it in the middle of one of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth is harder. Building it while typhoons regularly batter the coast is almost impossible. Yet, the engineers pressed on. The bridge was designed to withstand magnitude 8.0 earthquakes and super typhoons. In 2018, Super Typhoon Mangkhut hit southern China with winds of over 250 kilometers per hour. The bridge survived without any damage. It was a testament to the quality of the engineering and the foresight of the designers. The tunnel was built using a technique called immersed tube construction. Here is how it works. Giant concrete tubes, each 180 meters long and weighing over 76,000 tons, roughly the weight of an aircraft carrier, were built on land. They were then floated out to sea, sunk into a pre-dredged trench on the seabed, and connected together underwater. In total, 33 tubes were sunk to form the complete tunnel. The first tube took 96 hours to install. The team worked non-stop for 4 days and 5 nights, without rest. It was exhausting, dangerous, and unprecedented. But it worked. Each subsequent tube was installed faster, and by July 2017, the tunnel was complete. The artificial islands were built using an even more innovative technique. Instead of reclaiming land from the sea in the traditional way, dumping rocks and soil until an island appears, engineers drove 120 massive steel cylinders into the seabed to form the outline of the islands. They then filled the cylinders with soil, creating a firm, stable foundation that was also environmentally friendly, minimizing disruption to the surrounding marine life. The cost: a $20 billion gamble. The Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge cost over $20 billion to build. By some estimates, it is the most expensive bridge tunnel complex ever built. The cost was shared between the Chinese central government, the governments of Guangdong province, and the Hong Kong and Macau special administrative regions. Critics called it a waste of money. They said the bridge would never attract enough traffic to justify the cost. They pointed to other megaprojects in China that had struggled to turn a profit. But the Chinese government saw it differently. For them, the bridge was not just about transportation. It was about integration, bringing together 3 cities, 3 economies, and 3 cultures into a single, cohesive region known as the Greater Bay Area. Today, that vision is becoming a reality. By January 2026, the Zhuhai land port of the bridge had handled over 100 million passenger trips since it opened in October 2018. In 2025 alone, the bridge recorded over 25 million passenger trips. The port also handled 162.76 billion yuan, about $24 billion, in foreign trade during the first 5 months of 2026, up 41.6% from the previous year. The bridge has also become a major tourist attraction. Visitors from around the world come to ride across it, taking in the views of the open sea and the distant skyline of Hong Kong. As one tourist put it, seeing the sea on both sides felt calm and stunning at the same time. The sections: a bridge divided. The Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge is not one single structure. It is a complex system of bridges, tunnels, islands, and roads, each serving a specific purpose. Let's break it down. 1. The main bridge. This is the longest section, 22.9 kilometers of steel bridge stretching across the open sea. It consists of 3 cable-stayed bridges, each with its own distinctive design. The longest of these is the HZMB main bridge, which spans 29.6 kilometers. 2. The underwater tunnel, at 6.7 kilometers long. This is the longest immersed tunnel in the world. It sits over 40 meters below the surface and allows ships to pass freely above. The tunnel is made of 33 concrete tubes, each weighing over 76,000 tons. 3. The artificial islands, 2 of them, each covering 100,000 square meters. They connect the bridge to the tunnel and provide ventilation and emergency access. The islands are built from 120 steel cylinders driven into the seabed. 4. The link roads. At each end of the bridge, link roads connect the structure to the cities. The Hong Kong link road is 12 kilometers long. The Zhuhai and Macau link roads are shorter but equally important. In total, the bridge is designed to carry dual 3-lane carriageways, meaning 6 lanes of traffic in total. It can handle up to 9,000 vehicles per day and is expected to reach full capacity by 2030. The experience, riding the bridge. So, what is it like to actually drive across the Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macau Bridge? You start in Hong Kong, at the eastern end of the bridge. You pass through a large toll plaza and customs checkpoint, then merge onto the link road. For the first few kilometers, you drive over land and shallow water, watching the city skyline slowly recede behind you. Then, you hit the main bridge. The road rises higher, and suddenly the sea opens up on both sides. To your left and right, nothing but water and sky. The bridge stretches ahead of you, a thin ribbon of concrete disappearing into the horizon. You drive for mile after mile, the wind whipping past your windows, the waves crashing far below. After about 20 kilometers, the road begins to dip. You are approaching the underwater tunnel. The bridge gradually descends, and before you know it, you are entering the tunnel, a long, brightly lit tube buried beneath the seabed. For the next 6.5 kilometers, you drive in total darkness, surrounded by water on all sides. It is an eerie feeling, knowing that you are driving under one of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth. Then, you emerge. The tunnel spits you out onto the second artificial island, and the bridge resumes. You drive another few kilometers, and finally, you see land ahead, Zhuhai or Macau, depending on which exit you take. The entire journey takes just over 45 minutes. Conclusion: a monument to human ambition. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macau Bridge is not just the longest sea crossing in the world. It is a monument to human ambition, a reminder that with enough determination, even the most impossible challenges can be overcome. It took 9 years to build, and it has already transformed the lives of millions of people. Today, you can drive from Hong Kong to Zhuhai in just 45 minutes, a journey that once took 3 hours or more. You can cross one of the busiest shipping lanes on Earth without even noticing the ships passing beneath you. And you can look out at the sea and marvel at the sheer scale of what has been achieved. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai Macau Bridge is a bridge that defied the sea. And in doing so, it proved that nothing is impossible. Thank you for watching Mega Constructs. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world's longest sea crossing bridge, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Would you drive across a 55-kilometer bridge over the open sea? Or does the thought of being surrounded by water for half an hour make you nervous? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video.